guys, as you can tell by the title, we're talking NFL playoffs. There's 4 divisional round games. I'm going to go through them, give you my favorite bets for each game, and a couple reasons on why I like each bet. Now, for a more in-depth breakdown of each game, make sure to check out the Betting Network's recording of the live stream we did. Our NFL admin, Rich, and I went through each game, did a deep dive. It's on our YouTube channel now. I'll post a link of that recording in the top right corner now, if I can figure out how to do that. For this video here, it's going to be the bets I like the most. Let's not waste any time. We'll get right into it. First game up, Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Bengals, Titans. Current line, Tennessee minus 3.5. Tennessee really benefited from this bye week because now it looks like they're going to have Derrick Henry back. That extra time helped 2 main receiving targets, and A.J. Brown and Julio Jones get healthy. What makes this one so tricky is, what we've seen from the Titans isn't really the team we can expect to be on the field Saturday. I mean, Tennessee has only played 7 games with Henry, A.J. Brown, and Julio Jones on the field. In those 7 games, they're 6-1 straight up, 5-2 against the spread. They got wins over teams like KC, Buffalo. They beat San Fran. Now, I don't expect Derrick Henry to just come out and take over and have 40 carries, but if he's ready to go like they say he is, and not just a decoy, which is possible, this could be a big matchup advantage for the Titans, especially with Cincy being banged up on the defensive line. But for me, I think Henry, what gives Tennessee the biggest edge is with Henry, how he opens up the passing game. Tannehill's numbers when Henry's in there, almost 4 yards per attempt higher when Henry's in than without him. Tannehill, when he's had both A.J. Brown and Julio Jones in, 53% success rate, which is equal to, the best quarterbacks in the league. It's Aaron Rodgers' numbers there. Tannehill's also number 1 in play action, but he's 13th when one or both wide receivers have missed. Now, for Cincy, they're just going to need too much from Joe Burrow, I think, and I'm not confident backing a QB making his first road playoff start. Historically, QBs making their first road playoff start have had very little success, just 9-15 straight up and against the spread. Those quarterbacks have combined for 28 interceptions and 25 TDs, 58% completion percentage, so I like Tennessee here, but to lay 3.5, such a tough number to lay, especially when, I could have got 3 earlier in the week, kind of slept on it. So I think Titans first half is a good look. Titans are a solid first half team too. They finished the regular season 5th in scoring margin with plus 60 in the first half. Cincy ranks 16th with only plus 5 points in first half scoring margin. So going Titans first half minus the 2.5. Next game up, the Saturday night game. Niners, Packers, current line 5.5 or 6, depending on the book you're looking at. I have a future bet on San Fran to win the Super Bowl, so it makes it tough for me to back them here in this game because, I'm already invested in them, but, man, plus 6 is just too many points, I think, in this game. I have to believe San Fran is the right side. Of course, I am concerned with Jimmy G, shoulder, thumb injury on his throwing arm. Now he's playing outdoors in the cold. While San Fran was getting banged up last week, Green Bay was at home getting healthy. They're getting some key players back at almost every position. It'll be the healthiest we've seen their offensive line in months. But keys to winning playoff games are running the ball and defense, and San Fran has big edges in both. We know about San Fran's run game. Green Bay's run defense, awful numbers. 31st overall ranked run defense in the league. They rank 28th in explosive runs allowed. 30th in EPA run defense, which is expected points added. We've talked about that a lot this season. 30th in success rate run defense. But what makes those numbers even more significant is Green Bay hasn't faced anyone that can run the ball. They played one top 10 running offensive team, and it was Cleveland, and they let up like 200-something yards. They got gashed. So San Fran plus 6 just seems like too many points, especially when you look at the first matchup that they played. San Fran was minus 3 in that game. San Fran did end up losing by 2 points, and of course, a ton has changed since that game, but it is a reference point for sure. Elijah Mitchell, San Fran's running back, he didn't even play in that first meeting either, but he should be an impact player here in this game for sure. Plus 6 San Fran, and that's my San Fran Super Bowl bet, plus 3,200. Moving on to Sunday's games, Rams, Bucks. This is probably the toughest matchup for me. Rams have some pretty big matchup advantages, but at the end of the day, it's Stafford versus Brady. Brady at home in the playoffs, it's a tough one to bet, tough to bet against. He's won 17 out of his last 20 playoff games. No question, though, this Bucs offense looked a bit out of sync last week with, wide receiver miscommunications, and really this is going to be the first real test for the Bucs since being without Godwin and Antonio Brown. Uh, Now they might be without, all-pro left tackle Tristan Wirfs too. So I'm not sure of his status yet. But on the other side of the ball, it's clear this isn't the Bucs defense from last year's Super Bowl. It's a good defense, but when you start to look at their schedule in regards to opposing offenses, the Bucs have only played two good quarterbacks all season: Josh Allen and Dak Prescott. I guess three if you count Stafford, which they lost that game. But facing weak quarterbacks is camouflage the Bucs' real weakness on defense, and that's defending the downfield pass. Uh, Tampa Bay has the highest blitz rate of any defense in the league. Their defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, he kind of has a philosophy of, you can't get beat downfield if the quarterback has no time to throw deep. Um, Problem there is, Stafford's really good when facing the blitz. So, uh, this is so tough. I can't believe I'm going to be fading Brady and Rodgers at home in the playoffs. I'm not a big trend guy. I'm more of like an on-field matchup guy, but it's a scary thought going against these two quarterbacks and the historical trends behind them. But yeah, Rams +3 for me here. Last game of the weekend, Sunday night, Bills Chiefs. Kansas City's -2 with a 54. I don't even think a point spread's going to matter in this one. These couple points mean nothing here. These are the two best teams in the league, in my opinion. If they played anyone in the playoffs right now on a neutral field, either one of these teams would be favorites, I believe. I think both offenses have a lot of success against these two defenses. KC is the best offense in the league when you look at EPA, success rate. They've punted the least out of any offense. Buffalo has the number one rated defense, but um, I feel like this is going to be the first game where the loss of cornerback there, Trey White, is going to be felt. They haven't played anybody since losing him. Zach Wilson and Mac Jones twice. Those aren't quarterbacks that are going to really exploit that. But the Chiefs' defensive numbers are solid late in the season, but when you adjust for opponent and some of the QBs they've faced, their defensive numbers look a lot different. And I think Buffalo will score and kind of push the pace. The Bills have just punted once in their last four games. This game will be the first game since a 1999 game where you get two teams playing each other after 40-plus point wins. Um, yeah, this is a game. This is the only game I have a best bet on too. I bet the over 55. The number's gone against me a little bit, and I'm not really surprised. For such a high total like this, especially in the playoffs, it's tough for anyone to make their projected numbers show value on the over when it's this high. But I'm going with it. There's only been 9 games in the last 20 years with a total of 54 or higher. 8 of those 9 games went over the total. So yeah, over here. Just to recap, got the Titans first half, laying the 2.5. I got San Fran +6. I'm gonna go with the Rams +3, and then I got the over 55 KC Buffalo. I also really like this 3-team tease here with the Niners, Rams, and Bills. I don't normally do 3-team teasers, but the point spreads in these games and playoff games in general are just so tight. I think teasers have a good chance no matter which side you pick. Um, and they have an edge. Some books don't even allow teasers in the playoffs, and there's a reason for that. In this book here, that one I got the 3-team teaser with, they're giving me plus odds here, +120. So I'll take that. Oh, I have a bunch of prop bets, trends, angles, ton of stuff, all posted in the Betting Network Discord community. Sign up link is in the description of this video if you want to check those out. Hopefully this video, helped point you in the right direction, gave you some info to fire away this weekend. But that is going to do it for now. Until next time, good luck with all your bets. And as always, may all the refs calls and all the loose balls